What up, everybody? InstructaBeats back again here with another angles lesson. Today we're going to be talking about adding and subtracting angles, one of my favorite things to do. So let's unveil our objective today. On our Babylonian tablet objective today, it says today I will be able to add and subtract angles by understanding that a degree is really just a unit fraction. So this goes all the way back to Babylonian times. Just kidding. Our second lesson, our angle unit, where we talk about what a degree is, right? And so we need to look kind of at these ancient truths, okay? So we have two halves of an ancient truth tablet. The first half, right, says 1 degree is really a unit fraction, right? So if we believe that 1 degree is really a unit fraction, it's 1/360th of a circle, and we bring that along with our second part of our tablet, which says we can add and subtract fractions, then we should be able to put that together to come up with really our key concept of what our whole lesson is about, right? So if 1 degree is really a unit fraction, 1/360th of a circle, and we can add and subtract fractions, we put those together and we have found the ancient truth tablet of the Babylonians, which says we can add and subtract angles by thinking about them as fractions with a common denominator, which is 360. Let's take a closer look and prove this ancient truth tablet correct. Okay, so here we have a starting angle of 40 degrees. This angle right here, 40 degrees, 40 out of 360. So as a fraction, it would look like that, right? And as an angle, it just look like that. Okay. So what if I wanted to continuing opening the space 20 more degrees? So I want to change this and add, right, 10, 20 degrees to that. Now how big is my angle? Well, you can see we just added another 20 out of 360, right? So if I just add another 20 out of 360, I should be able to come up with the fact that this is 60 out of 360 parts, equal parts, right, of a circle. And so our answer should be 60 degrees, okay? Again, adding degrees is just like adding and subtracting fractions. So we normally don't think about it written as a fraction, right? We just kind of add them as whole numbers. So 40 degrees plus 20 degrees gives you a total of 60 degrees. This is how we normally write it, right? We don't write it as fractions, but I want you to conceptually understand what you're doing when you're adding and subtracting degrees. So let's take a look at what this might look like in real life. All right, so here's an I do problem. I actually have a lot of experience with sprinklers because my sprinkler system is always messing up, and I'm a poor teacher and a YouTuber, so I don't have that much money. I can't pay someone to fix it. I got to figure it out. So here we go. Here's a real life problem. A sprinkler rotated 30 degrees and then paused. It then rotated another 45 degrees. How many degrees did it rotate in total? So even though this is an easy problem for some of you guys, we're still going to write our statement, right? I'm beginning with the end in mind. I know what I'm trying to answer. So it rotated 30 degrees, then paused, then rotated another 45 degrees. Okay. So again, some of you guys, you might know the answer is 75, and that's awesome. But again, I just kind of want to show it out. So here we go. Here's our picture right here. Here's 30 degrees, again, an estimate. And then it rotated another 45 degrees. So maybe 45 degrees from there might look like that. So what is my full angle right here, right? What is 30 degrees plus 45 degrees? And obviously that answer would be 75 degrees. Now as a fraction, you would have been writing 30 out of 360 plus 45 out of 360. That's really a 45. My handwriting's just really bad. And again, that'd be 75 out of 360, which is really just 75 degrees. So this is how we normally would write our answer. But again, just showing you what's actually happening mathematically. Let's take a look at another I do problem. So now this isn't a word problem, right? This is two different angles. And this is why it's important we know how to know angles. We want to know what's the measure of angle ABC. So A, B, C. We want to know, hey, what's this angle right here? Okay. Well, angle ABF is 80 degrees. Angle FBC is 100 degrees. So if we add up those two smaller parts, we add those together, angle ABC should be 180 degrees, which, as you know, makes this a straight angle. So sometimes they have the math like this and not a word problem, but either way, you add those fractions together. Let's take a look at a we do problem. So this one's a little bit easier. It says if you rotated this angle 8 more degrees, how many degrees would it be? So it's already 140, and we just want to add 8 to that. So if we took and rotated what I'm estimating to be just a little bit more, right? Because 8 degrees really isn't that big. Your new angle from there to there, right, would be 148 degrees. So again, very simple when you're just adding the whole numbers and thinking about it as whole numbers, but these are really fractions, unit fractions, and so I want to connect it back to what you're actually doing. Let's take a look at a U-try problem. So here's a U-try problem. Okay, so I'm not going to give you too much guidance on this, but we're looking for angle RSU. So what you're going to do is go ahead and pause the video, try it out on your notes, push play, check your work, and see how you did. So hopefully you just paused it, and now we're checking it. So I know angle RST is 30. Angle TSU is 115, but we're looking for angle RSU. You actually need to know how to name the angles and read the angles for this to work out. There we go. So we're looking for this kind of bigger angle right here. So I know it's 30 here, another 115 right there. If I add those together, that means my angle for RSU should be 145 degrees. Okay, so hopefully you got that one correct. If not, go back, rewatch the video, kind of see what we're doing. This isn't super hard mathematically, but again, I want you to really understand what degrees are and that you're really adding fractions, but we just make it kind of shorter and easier by adding the degree symbol instead of writing down the whole fraction with the denominator of 360. Again, thank you so much for checking us out today. We really appreciate it. We know there's lots of different options online. Feel free to check out our InstructaBeats.com for all our merch and everything else you might need. We'd love for you to subscribe, like the video, comment, let us know where you're watching from. Again, thank you so much. InstructaBeats out.